And one thing as well regarding Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson and the Chiefs game, Patrick Mahomes is the MVP. It's pretty much over. Maybe Aaron Rodgers. To me, those are the only two left.
I think Patrick Mahomes is definitely in the lead.
I've seen arguments for Aaron Rodgers, and it's close, but Patrick Mahomes, what's going for him too is that he spreads the ball around, and and he's only thrown one pick, 2 picks.
I think
he's
it's
thrown
like
definitely
4, 3 or 4 maybe.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
I don't think he's.
Oh yeah, you're right. Aaron has 4. Pat has 2.
Mahomes, I think, has 2 at the most right now, and that's good for him. To me, it's Patrick Mahomes, no doubt. And I don't remember if I talked about that on the podcast that never was or last podcast, but yeah, I mean it's Patrick Mahomes. It's not close.
Yeah, it's hard to debate for me as well. That's not Mahomes going forward. Just he doesn't really have bad games. So I mean,
something that is good for Aaron Rodgers, but for some reason doesn't matter to MVP voters, is that the Kansas City Chiefs would make the playoffs without Mahomes, whereas the Packers probably wouldn't. Like if you were, because I mean we've seen them with Alex Smith, but if we were to put Alex Smith on the Packers, I mean, luckily right now the NFC North is, outside of Green Bay, is looking like the NFC East right now, but I mean,
the Vikings are looking all right.
Yeah, they're kind of the same as the Seahawks, like in a worse way, that they find new problems every week. I mean, Kirk Cousins was playing really well, but for some reason, like other parts of their team have been deficient. They have a really good offense. I mean,
they have a bad defense. That's for sure.
Yeah. But I mean, they had a close one against Jacksonville this week. That they really could have easily lost. But yeah, I mean, the Alex Smith test, I would say Aaron Rodgers would win that one if either of those quarterbacks were replaced by Alex Smith. The Packers would be worse off.
Wait, is this a test that you've made? The Alex Smith test?
Yeah.
I like it. Is it because he's like the most average-ish quarterback you can think of in the league?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, Case. Here's something that annoys me about something. So, a lot of people talk about Tom Brady and the undefeated season, and the next year he got hurt, and Matt Castle came in, and they went 11-5, right? And they were 5 games worse with Matt Castle at quarterback. Like, see, Tom Brady's the answer. Well, here's the thing: Matt Castle sucks. What if he was replaced by Aaron Rodgers? Would that team have gone 16-0? You know, so like, it's kind of, you know, it's like we see what it's like without them. It's like, well, we see what it's like without them without a star quarterback. But I mean, obviously, you're gonna have a hole if it's not another star quarterback coming in. So you gotta, have about like a standard to hold quarterback play. And I decided it was Alex Smith just now.
Alex, it's a perfect quarterback to put in for that test. I really like that, actually. And with the Chiefs, obviously, it's easier to imagine them with Alex Smith.
Yeah, they're a wild card team, and with the possibility of getting as far as the divisional round without Patrick Mahomes. Green Bay with Alex Smith, they're 8-8.
I would say that's maybe even optimistic.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I 8-8. I could see them being as high as 8-8 for sure, though.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, Yep. Well, Mahomes is looking good. What else is new? Sky is still blue.
Right. Yeah. No, it's crazy how good Patrick Mahomes is. It's nuts.
I agree with you guys, and I'm not trying to take that much away from Patrick Mahomes, but I still do think it's like, of course he's gonna win MVPs. Like, do you see what's around him? First, he's got Andy. Who's his head coach? Andy Reid. Who's his tight end? George Kittle.
Wrong
Sorry.
tight end. Travis Kelce.
Thank you. Travis Kelce. Who's his go-to wide receiver? Tyreek Hill. He's got like 2 or 3 solid running backs.
I'm gonna counter you with this. Like, Kirk Cousins has Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson, and Dalvin Cook. And look at where the Vikings are at, And then you got Andy Dalton, who was a starter in this league for quite a few years. He's got Ezekiel Elliott, CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup. And he's struggling. He's not putting up the stats that Dak Prescott was with that offense. So, I mean, I get look at all the weapons, but you still got to be an elite quarterback to be able to utilize them properly and score as quickly as the Kansas City Chiefs do.
Yeah, and I agree. I think Pat Mahomes is elite, and he's definitely probably the biggest piece to the puzzle. And I think I agree with your analogy to the Vikings more because they actually have a good head coach. But that's one of the important pieces to the puzzle, and the Cowboys don't have they don't have that piece at all, I think. But yeah, in Kirk Cousins' situation, I think, it's somewhat comparable, but I think the Chiefs are just so complete offensively, and defensively they're very solid. And when your offense is that good, if your defense can just get a couple of stops a game, maybe a turnover or two, you're going to win all the time. I mean, that team itself is so well-rounded that, yeah, it's going to pump MVPs and Pro Bowlers for days.
True, but I actually it's perfect use of the Alex Smith test. Like, Alex Smith literally had all of the above weapons, including Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and he had Kareem Hunt at running back at the time, which is way better, and their running game was way better than their running game is now with Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Le'Veon Bell. And Alex Smith's name was never whispered in the MVP talk. It was even in hushed tones.
It's true.
I mean, he probably would have gotten exactly as many MVP votes as Russell Wilson gets every year. Okay, I'm done. That's the last Seahawks.
I like how Parker's like, I'm not a Seahawks hater. I'm not. But I'm going to say like 7 offensive things to all Seahawks fans right now.
I'm having too much fun with it today. I'm done though.
No,
I'll save it. You want me to keep going?
No. I'm saying you make a really good point. And still, I think at this point in the season, Patrick Mahomes definitely deserves it. Because it's not only that he has that team built around him, but it's the things he does with that team and with his passing game and with his play action and his sidearm throws and stuff. I mean, that's the thing is you have confidence to make riskier plays like that when the person at the other end of the ball is good and able to catch them and receive them, and your defense is able to make stops if you make mistakes. You know what I mean? I think a lot of it just gives Patrick Mahomes so much confidence to do and perform the way he does, and it works, and he'll get the MVP.
It works,